is together. Our praise is better together. Our worship is better together. We come open up our mouth. We come to magnify Him. Lift Him down with the fruit of your lips. Come on. With the fruit of your lips, come on, begin to magnify Him. Come on, with the fruit of your lips, begin to adore Him. Come on, with the fruit of your lips, let's begin to saturate this place with praise. Come on, let's make this atmosphere conducive for explosion. Because there's somebody coming in today that needs their life to be changed. Somebody is speaking a word today. Somebody is speaking an experience today. Somebody said, God, if you don't do something today, I'm about to break and loose. My God, but I decree and declare that a breakthrough was happening in this place. A breakthrough in my family, a breakthrough in my praise, a breakthrough in my financial situation. My body needs a breakthrough. My mind needs a breakthrough. My soul needs a breakthrough. My family needs a breakthrough. We need breakthrough in the name of Jesus. So open up your mouth and just begin to give God glory. Open up your mouth and begin to give God worship. Open up your mouth and begin to celebrate our Jesus still. Look slow. We know that there's a pandemic, but our God is not a pandemic. Our God is a look for the people. So it's not our help. Because all of our help comes from the Master. Praise the Lord, redemption. God is greatly to be praised. Come on, right in your living room, can you just exalt the name of the Lord? And if you know we serve a great God, and if you need Him to do anything in your space, come on, just step this God out and lift your hands. Open up your mouth and somebody give our great God a great big praise. Open up your mouth and bless Him. Right in your living room, right in your home. Come on, I will bless the Lord at all times. And His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Come on, did you know the blessing this morning? Did you know the difference this morning? Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. Come on, if you know we serve a great God and He deserves our best praise, come on, let's lift Him up in this place. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Tell somebody how great. Anybody know the power of the Lord? Anybody know to what extent it goes? Anybody know its limit? Its limitless. Sing with me how great is our God. Oh, we'll sing how great. Yeah. Sing how great is our God. Come on, if you know our God is great. How great is our God. Sing with me how great is our God. Is our God. Sing, oh, we'll sing how great. How great is our God. Is our God. Come on, if you know He's great, then sing praise. Sing how great. Our God is our God. Sing with it's our God. Sing with me how great is our God. Sing, oh, we'll sing how great. 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 Everybody will. Oh, we'll sing how great. Oh, we'll sing how great. Oh, we'll sing how great. Oh, we'll sing.
Greetings to all of the beautiful mothers of Redemption Church. And a special shout out to my own amazing mother, the Dina Neely. We would like to wish you all a very special happy Mother's Day. We love, appreciate, and honor each and every one of you. The Bible speaks countlessly about what it means to be a mother, specifically the characteristics of a mother. In Ephesians 4:29, it describes her to be a nurturer, one who creates an environment in which her children can grow and feel safe. Ephesians 6:4 describes her to be a teacher, one who willingly shares her wisdom, both intentionally and unintentionally, as well as teach her children the principles of God. Proverbs 22:6 describes her to be a trainer, one who helps her children to discover and develop the gifts, strengths, and abilities that they have. Proverbs 10:9 describes her to be someone who models integrity, one who lives out what she speaks, and one in which her children can glean from. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 7 describes her to be loving and ultimately displays the unconditional love of God. And Exodus 20:12 describes her to be someone to be honored. And I believe that our very own Pastor Samantha Westbrook exemplifies and embodies these characteristics as a spiritual mother and a spiritual mother to me. Create a space in which I can grow and feel safe in because you take on a genuine interest in me, which makes this space possible. You are a pusher. You genuinely push me to be better and to be the person that God has called me to be by not allowing me to stay where I am and in my own comfort. You possess wisdom that helps me to see different perspectives and live a life of a different track. And you are a woman of virtue, valor, and vision. You walk what you talk. You are a woman of great courage and confidence. And you are a visionary. You impart vision, which helps me to develop vision myself. And so, on behalf of Redemption, we would like to present to you a small token of our appreciation and love for you. And we want you to know that we honor you and value you today and always. And we love you dearly. Thank you. Woo!
Could
been dead and gone, but I'm standing here singing this song because your grace and your mercy, your grace and your mercy rest on me. Your grace and your mercy fall on me. Oh. Where would I be? Where would I be if he had not waited for me? Can you ask that question, Rich? Where would you be? Where would you be if God wouldn't have waited on you to get your stuff together? Where would you be if God wouldn't have waited for you to come out of that club, come out of that relationship, come out of that dysfunction? Where would you be if God had not waited for you to come out of the ditch that you were in? Where would you be if it had not been, that's old school, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side? If it had not been, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, I don't know where I would be, but I don't know about you, but I'm just glad that I'm standing on top of the ground. That's old school. I'm standing on top of the ground, and the ground ain't standing on top of me. I'm glad that I slept in the bed, and the bed was not my cooling board. I'm glad that last night was not my last night. Where would you be if God had abandoned you? Where would you be if God would have left you in the state that you were in? Where would you be? But since he didn't, I just came here to lift him up. Since he saw fit, come on, since he saw fit to raise me to life again, since he saw fit to wake me up this morning, since he saw fit, I don't know about you, but I just came to lift up. I know it's Mother's Day, but can we lift up our Heavenly Father real quick? God, we thank you for being our Father. And God, some of us thank you for being a mother. Whatever you had to be is what you were. And I'm so glad about it. Come on, put your hands together and celebrate God in this place. Come on. Come on. Let me challenge you, whether you are online or in the house, wherever you are, just begin to celebrate God, even in that place where you're in. Some of you got the biggest problems. Go ahead and celebrate them right there. You going through the worst thing you ever gone through. Celebrate them right there, because it's your celebration in the middle of your stuff that confuses the devil. See, his whole game plan is to trick you and entrap your mind and to take away the joy that's in your heart. But he has no ability to take away joy, because the joy you have, he didn't give it to you. The world cannot take it away. So this is how you confuse the enemy. In the middle of your crisis, go ahead and lift your hands and begin to celebrate Christ. In the middle of your crisis, come on, go ahead and celebrate Christ. Let's do it. Let's get into it. It's Mother's Day. Let's get into it. Come on. One more time. Just put your hands together and begin to give God a shout. It was this brilliant brother by the name of Tupac Amaru Shakur, who in 1995 released this song, this song in which he so passionately poured out this powerful piece of poetic penmanship that was pertaining to the proclivities of his maternal parent. We understand the song to be Dear Mama. Somebody help me shout, Dear Mama. He says,
He says, in honor of your memories, I reminisce, because through the drama, I could always depend on my mama. Even when it seemed that I was hopeless, she could say the words to keep me back in focus. If I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy, there's no limit to the things she did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things she did for me. And even though I act crazy, I still thank the Lord that she made me. Matter of fact, I appreciate how she raised me and all the extra love that she gave me. There's no way I can pay her back. But my plan is to show her that I understand. She is appreciated. Somebody say, dear mama. Y'all know that's my subject already. Somebody say, dear mama. Shout out to every mother everywhere, but in particular to my own mother, Reverend Elaine Westbrook. So glad that she had me. Shout out to the mother of this house, the mother in my house, the mother of my baby mama, Pastor Samantha. Praise God for my own mother-in-law, Brenda Chisholm, and to every mother that's a member of Redemption. We thank God for you. Happy Mother's Day. But when I think about mothers and all of the countless sacrifices, the multitude of sacrifices that many of them have to make, I'm reminded of one who is regarded as the epitome of motherhood. And not just motherhood, but I need you to understand that Hannah represented godly motherhood. Hannah represented a godly motherhood, even in a past patrilineal period. I need you to understand there's a passage found in 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 21 that perfectly depicts her proclivity. The text says, when Elkanah and all of his house took their annual trip to Shiloh to worship God, to offer sacrifices, and to keeping with their vows. Watch this. The text says Hannah did not go. Hannah said to her husband, I'm going to stay until the child is weaned. I'm going to bring him up. Watch this. Until the child is weaned, I'll bring him myself to present him before God, and that's where he'll stay forever. I like what Hannah said. The text says Hannah did not. But after the child is weaned, I'll bring him myself and present him before God, and that is where he'll stay forever. I don't know about you, but I love Hannah. I love Hannah. I love Hannah because Hannah represents to me not just a godly woman, not just a good woman, but a godly woman. Come on. There's a difference between being a good woman and a godly woman. A good woman can cook. A good woman can pay bills. A good woman is a good woman, but a godly woman is faithful. There's a difference between a good woman and a godly woman. I want a good woman to do me a favor. I need a godly woman who is my favor. Yeah, that's it. You'll catch that later. I love Hannah, but in order to accurately tell her tale, let us take from the top. So here it is, verse 1 of the text. This is a man named Elkanah. And Elkanah had two wives, one named Hannah and the other one Peninnah. Peninnah had children. The text says, but Hannah had none. Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. Let's go ahead and kill the elephant in the room, because that this was a past patriarchal, patrilineal period. Yeah. And so in that time, I need you to understand, somebody's asking the question, why in the world was Hannah in a marriage with a man and another woman? In that period, in that time period, can I suggest real quick that Hannah was necessary? Really what she was a period. She was a prisoner in her own period. She was a prisoner in her own period. The reason why she was in a marriage with a man and another woman, and I've heard of a blended family, but I've never heard of a blended marriage. She was in this blended marriage, and the reason why she wasn't, because I need you to understand, in that time, a woman didn't have the same rights that a woman has today. A woman didn't have the type of independence that women have today. Matter of fact, many women sometimes were seen just a little bit higher than property. And so here is this woman who was trapped in this situation. But do me a favor, please don't judge Hannah because of what you know about her history. Because the truth of the matter, we ought to honor her because of her history. Because she survived the hiccups of her history, we ought to give her honor. Do me a favor, please don't make the mistake. Please don't make the mistake and think just because you learned some of your mama's history that you got the right to handle her differently. Y'all just missed all of that. Don't trip because you learned some of your mama's history. That means he gives you the right to handle her differently. It's because she survived the hiccups of her past is the reason why we are to honor. The Bible doesn't give a criteria. It just says honor your father and your mother. It didn't say honor a good mama. It didn't say honor a present mama. It didn't say honor some mama who got a degree. It just said honor mama. So I don't know about you, but I just came here. Can we take just 5 seconds to begin to lift up our hands and honor the women who God has allowed to birth us into creation? We want to honor. We honor mothers. We honor mothers today. We ought to honor women just because they're women. Can I suggest to you real quick that some of the mistakes that Mama made, she made them so you wouldn't have to make them. Come on. Some of the things that Mama had to do. See, you weren't in the story, so you don't know why she chose to do some of the stuff that she did. I need you to understand that some of the mistakes that she made them so your life could be easier. So we don't have the right to judge Mama because of what she's done. We just need to give Mama, we just need to honor Mama because she made us here. All right. So here it is. So the text says, year after year, Elkanah would take his family to Shiloh to worship. Year after year, he would take his family. So that meant he had to take Hannah, he had to take Peninnah, and he had to take Hannah with no children, Peninnah with all her children. The text lets us know that maybe because she didn't have babies, Elkanah loved her even more. So when he gave them sacrifices, he gave Peninnah a little bit, but he gave Hannah a double portion because he loved Hannah more. And so year after year, watch this, Hannah had to go through this torment because Hannah had to listen. So every time Peninnah would say, I got babies and you don't. Hannah had to listen to all the time that Peninnah would put her down because she was barren. Hannah had to listen to all the time that Peninnah would say, listen, I got your man and I got his lineage. Hannah had to listen to all that stuff that the side woman had to say. Year after year, Hannah had to go and worship while she wanted. You missed that. Year after year, while she was still wanting, she still went to church and worshiped. Year after year, she had to worship and worry. My God. Year after year, she was tormented. But I need you to understand that she wasn't just tormented, she had to take it. You missed it. Y'all thought I meant she had to take it from Peninnah. No, she took that stuff to the temple. In other words, she took it to the Lord, and when she took it to the Lord, watch it, she didn't just worry, she had to wait. Anybody know that sometimes when you pray, praying does not alleviate the process of waiting. Praying doesn't always give you a way to jump, skip over, to miss or to bypass. It doesn't give you a right to get in front of the process of waiting. Sometimes patience just has to happen. It just is what it is. When she prayed, she still had to wait. And if we were honest, we would really admit that waiting is sometimes difficult. Waiting is difficult. Sometimes you don't want to wait, but you have to wait. But it's worse. Watch this. It's worse to wait when you've been waiting for the stuff that you've been waiting on. It doesn't feel good to have to wait on stuff you've been waiting on. I'm talking about you wait. You still have to wait. You missed that. You still have to wait on stuff you've been waiting on. Even after you prayed, even after you fasted, even after you sought the Lord, even after you served, and you still have to wait. Waiting is not always easy. Right. But can I suggest to you that there is a benefit to waiting? Oh yeah. There are benefits to waiting. Let me help you with these 3 things. There are benefits to waiting. One, I need you to understand that waiting, watch this, waiting reveals. Waiting reveals what? Waiting reveals motives. Waiting reveals motives. Please understand that watch it, having to wait brings out the best and the worst of people.
That's true.
Having to wait brings out the best and the worst of people. And I need you to understand that people want what they want when they want it.
Yeah.
But ladies, come here. If he don't really want you, then he really won't wait on you.
Well, you said.
Folk want what they want when they want it, but if they got to wait for it, if they don't really want you, they won't wait. They'll get gone because they had to wait.
Come on.
Waiting reveals true motive. Waiting reveals true motive. Not only does waiting reveal motives, watch this. Waiting also, watch this, builds anticipation.
That's true.
Waiting builds, wait for it, anticipation. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Waiting builds anticipation.
Yeah.
Listen, have you ever been so hungry and you had to wait to eat? And the more you waited to eat, the more you can begin to taste the food before the food even made it to you. Because waiting built this anticipation. And I don't know about you, but I'm waiting on the day when we can all come back to work together. Matter of fact, I'm waiting so much I'm anticipating and I'm expecting an explosion. I'm waiting. At this point, I'm waiting to the point where I can just taste the glory that's going to be in this house. I don't know about you, but waiting builds an anticipation.
Yes, sir.
Waiting not only reveals, waiting builds anticipation. And waiting, watch this, waiting also instills a level of dependence. It's in the waiting that we understand what we can do. At verse 2, who can do it? Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Waiting instills a level of dependency. It's in the waiting that we understand what we can do. At verse 2, who can do it? In other words, it's in the waiting that we learn to wait on him and not wait on it. It's in the waiting that we learn to wait on him and not wait on it. It's in the waiting that we learn to wait on him and not wait on it. The Bible says, they that wait on the Lord.
That's good.
See, sometimes we can't wait till summer vacation, but I need to be waiting on the sun because the sun is going to get me the summer. You just missed it. I need to be waiting on the sun because the sun will get you to the summer, but the summer can't get you to the sun. Quit waiting on it and learn to wait on him because they that wait on the Lord shall renew.
Preaching, baby. You preaching.
They that wait. I heard it said that good things come to those who wait. Wait, I say on the Lord. Wait, I say on the Lord. But I need you to understand that the more you wait on him, the more you wait on him, it says to him that the more you depend on him. And if you put that kind of expectation on God, when you expect God to do, it will blow your mind. I need you to understand that when you expect God to do, God will blow your mind. God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you can ask. Well, look at somebody and say, wait on him. So not only did she wait, the text says she worshiped.
Oh my God.
Not only did she wait, the text says she worshiped. Well, here it is, verse 9 says, one day after Hannah had something to eat and drink in Shiloh, the text says, and she got up, let me say, to worship. She got up, said, though she was resentful, she prayed to the Lord while she cried. And so Eli asked the question, how long are you going to stay drunk? Eli said, get rid of the wine. Hannah said, no, I ain't drunk, I'm depressed. However, even though I'm depressed, I'm still going to pour out my heart to the Lord. I need you to understand that she didn't just wait on the Lord. The text says she worshiped the Lord. Please catch this. Hannah demonstrates, this is one reason I love Hannah. Hannah demonstrates to us how we should respond to worry and uncertainty. She didn't just worry, she worshiped. She didn't just pout about it, she poured out her heart. She didn't just pout about it, she poured out her heart. I wonder if there's anybody here today who is concerned about the aftermath of Corona. Can I suggest to you that it's all right to be concerned, but you still, watch this, even though you're concerned, you still need to learn to cry out. It's okay to weep. It's okay to weep, but please understand that you should not forget to worship, because worship is transformational. Worship is transformation. Worship will transform your perspective. Worship has the power to transform your perspective into praise.
Come on.
Worship has the power. Worship has the power to transform your perspective into a posture of praise. I need you to understand, most of the time, watch this, when you go to God and you're praying about your concerns, if you praying in the right way, you're going to wind up doing more praising than you are complaining. Because worship turns your heart from what's wrong with your heart to being full in your heart. Worship has a way of transforming. Worship has a transformative power. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but you got some bill issues, you got some life issues, you got some marital issues, relationship issues. Can I help you solve your issues real quick? Forget about your issues and put your heart on worship. That was your cue. That was your cue to worship. I don't know what you brought. I don't know what you brought into the live stream. I don't know what you brought into your worship place. I don't know what you brought into the house. But can I suggest to you that you will lay all of that down and just begin to worship God? Matter of fact, right where you are, just begin to lift up your hands and give God glory. Right where you are. Right where you are. Begin to open up your mouth. Worship has the power to change the atmosphere. I need you to understand that worship has the power to change your atmosphere. If you want to change your life, you better change your worship. If you want to change your house, you better change your worship. You want to listen, don't just change the TV, change your worship. I need you to open up your mouth real quick and just begin to worship our I love Hannah because not only did she wait, not only did she worship, but the text lets us know that she also went to work. She waited, she worshiped, and she went to work. Watch this. Look at somebody and say she worked. The text says when Elkanah next took his family on that annual trip to Shiloh to worship, offering sacrifice and keeping his vow, Hannah did not go. Hannah said to her husband, after the child is weaned, I'll take him myself. She worked. Somebody said she worked. Catch this. I need you to pay attention to Hannah right here. Hannah's a cold mama, and she ain't been a mama long. Hannah was a bad mama, even though she wasn't even a mama real long. Watch she did. So notice after she got what she wanted. After God blessed her with the baby, watch this. After she got what she wanted, she didn't get wrapped up in it. Like some of us tend to do. She didn't get wrapped up in it. Instead, she went to work. To watch it. To wean means to detach and retrain. To wean, when you wean something, to wean means to detach and to retrain. Detach means to break up. And to break one thing essentially means to build up another thing. If you've ever weaned a child, then you know that weaning takes work. If you've ever had to train a child from going from diapers to the potty, you know that that's some work. Whenever you got to weaning something takes a lot of work. And some of us, watch this, some of us after we prayed and got what we prayed for, we stopped working. Some of us, after God had blessed us, we started missing worship. Come on, let's just talk back church for just a minute. We started missing worship. We stopped giving. No, don't let us get a new building. Watch the giving go down. We stopped giving. We stopped tithing. We stopped serving. When we were going through it, we came every Sunday. When we were going through, we was all at the altar. When we was going through, we want to get anointed every week. When we was going through, it didn't matter what song you sung, what key you was in. They were going to act like it was Zion's melody. When you going through it, you are desperate. But when God feels you, all of a sudden you got. It don't take all of that. When God feels you and He gives you what you've been praying for, all of a sudden we get sanctified. All of a sudden we get too pretty to praise. All of a sudden we get too cute. We get too cute to cut up. We get too sharp to shout. All of a sudden, when God is blessed, that's why God can't bless everybody, because He knows if He bless you, He gonna cut off His praise. And so He says, since I need you to praise me, let me not break you out. And Hannah, when Hannah got what she wanted, that's when she really went to work. Can I suggest to you, watch this, if God has been good to you, if you didn't get laid off from your job, if you didn't get corona, if you haven't been diagnosed with COVID-19 and you know you ain't been safe, listen, because God has answered your prayer, I wouldn't wait till I'm in need to pray. I wouldn't wait till I'm in need to shout. I'm going to shout because God has been doing great things. Somebody said He's been doing great things. Matter of fact, the songwriter over and over and over, He keeps on making a way over and over and over. He keeps on doing great things. Is there anybody in this house? Listen, I'm not going to wait till I'm in need. I'm going to go to my knees right now. And when Hannah got what she wanted, Hannah got deeper when she got what she wanted. Can I suggest to you that when God has been blessing you and He put you on another level, if He put you on another level financially, then your praise also on a natural level. No, let me challenge you. I say I'm wrong. Forgive me for saying that. Let me say that if God has blessed you and He elevated you to another level, your praise ought to take another level. Because your praise ought to precede your promotion. Hey, y'all ain't got a hate happen. That blessed me. Your praise ought to precede your promotion. In other words, I'm going to praise my way into my promotion. I'm going to praise my way into my next level. I'm going to praise my way into my breakthrough. Don't wait until the battle is over. That's why some of us aren't ready to come out of the house. That's why some of us aren't ready to come out of the house, because you ain't went to work yet. God says, even in this season, no matter what season you're in, begin to go to work right now. There's some stuff in your house that you need to wean. You need to wean yourself off of. You need to wean your husband off of. You need to wean your children off. There's some stuff in your. In other words, look at your neighbor and say, get your house in order. Get your house. Get your house in order. Maybe that's a little too old school for somebody. Look at somebody else on the other side and say, get ready, get ready, get ready. Hannah didn't wait. Hannah started preparing for what she knew was coming. Can I suggest to you that right now you're in a preparation period? While you're still in the house, you ought to be preparing your house for the promotion. You ought to be preparing your house to come out. You ought to be preparing your house for the breakthrough.
Yes, sir.
Hannah didn't just wait, she worshiped. Not only did she worship, she went to work. Man who doesn't work don't eat. Can I suggest to you the reason why your marriage is hungry because you ain't went to work? The reason why your house is lacking is because you ain't went to work. The reason why your career has not taken off because you ain't went to work. You too busy waiting but not working. Matter of fact, some of you even come to worship but you still don't work. Faith without works is dead. You gotta look at somebody and say, you better go to work.
That's good, Pastor.
You better go to work. The Bible lets us know that she didn't just worship.
My God, today.
She didn't just wait. She worshiped.
Yes.
Then she worked.
Yeah.
She didn't just worship the baby, she got the baby ready for worship. She didn't just worship the baby, she got the baby ready for worship. Because sometimes, watch this, you're going to worship something.
That's right.
Some of us worship our relationships, some of us worship our material goods, some of us worship our gifts. We are born to worship. You may worship the Lord, you may worship your stuff, whatever it is, you worship something. She didn't make the mistake of worshiping her baby, she got her baby ready for worship.
Help us today.
In other words, not only did she go to work, watch this, this ought to help somebody. Not only did she go to work, watch this, just as she paved the way.
Come on. That's good.
She didn't just go though. She didn't just wait, worship, and work. She paved the way. Watch what she says. She says, I'll take him myself and present him before the Lord where he'll stay forever. It's a rich text. You just don't know it. She says, I'll take him myself and present him before the Lord where he'll stay forever. See, watch this. Not only was this practical, it was prophetic. Not only was it practical, it was prophetic. It was practical in that, watch this, in that she didn't just demand worship. Come here, mama. Come here, daddy. She didn't just demand worship. She demonstrated
Come
worship.
on, come on, come on.
She didn't just demand worship. She demonstrated worship. Can I suggest to you real quick that sometimes your children will not do what you say, they'll do what they see.
Yeah, that's good. That's good back there.
They don't just do what we say, they do what we see. And she didn't, watch this, she didn't just demand that he was going to be a worshiper, she demonstrated it. While you're in the house, what are you demonstrating? What are you demonstrating a believer? Are you demonstrating somebody who is dependent on God? Are you demonstrating a godly mother? Are you demonstrating a godly fatherhood? Are you demonstrating what it means to be a good son or a good daughter? What are you demonstrating? Can I suggest to you in this season we ought to worry about our demonstration? What are we modeling? So the reason why I have zero problem with honoring children is because really what I'm doing is I'm teaching them how to treat me. I'm trying to model to them how I want them to handle me. And so watch this, when it gets thick in life, people who watch this, they will repeat what they see. Because essentially we become what we behold. And so since I'm in this position to be seen, let me make sure that I model what I want you to be. What are you modeling, Mama? What are you? The Bible says we gotta honor you anyway. However, can you be honorable? I'm not trying to beat up mamas. I just want to challenge mamas. Mama, you gotta be honorable. Daddy, you gotta be honorable. Sons, daughters, you gotta be honorable. Because essentially, watch this, we reap what we sow.
That's right. That's the word.
We reap what we sow. It's what we sow into the atmosphere. It's what we sow into the atmosphere is what we will reap. And so she didn't just, watch this, I told you it was practical and prophetic. She didn't just demand worship, she demonstrated it, watch this, but she also didn't just believe it, she decreed it.
Come on.
It's prophetic.
Yes, sir. Yes,
She
sir.
didn't just believe it, she decreed it.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, I'm going to say it again because somebody missed it. She didn't just believe it, she decreed it.
Yeah. That's
She
good.
says, I'll take him myself and present him before the Lord, watch this, where he'll stay forever. Where he'll stay forever. So before he got to forever, she was already speaking forever language. My God, that was good. She didn't wait till she saw it. She spoke it into existence.
Come on. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
She didn't wait till she saw it. It wasn't just up here. It came out of here.
Yeah.
Can I suggest to you real quick that whatever you believe God to do, you ought to begin just to decree that thing in the atmosphere. You ought to open up your mouth and just shout what you believe God to do. Whatever you want him to do, whether it's healing, begin to open up your mouth and just declare I'm healed. Whatever. If you want your children to have a scot-free education, open up your mouth and holler scholarship. I don't know what you want God to do, but before you see it, you got to learn how to decree it. Y'all too quiet. Before you see it, you got to learn how to decree it. Open up your mouth and tell the atmosphere what you believe God to do.
Heal this right now, God. Heal this land right now in the name of Jesus. God, we believe. We believe it even before we see it by faith.
Open up your mouth and just begin to declare it. It's prophetic. Sometimes you gotta don't wait till somebody prophesy over you. You gotta learn to prophesy over yourself.
Yes, God.
I am blessed and highly favored. I am the head and not the tail. I am a multi-millionaire. I am debt free. My body is healed. My mind is straight. My health will never fail. You got to begin to speak those things that's not as though they were. Open up your mouth and decree the thing that you believe God to do. It wasn't just practical, it was prophetic. It wasn't just practical, it was prophetic.
Yes, sir.
I suggest you that in this season, you gotta temper what you gotta be very careful about what you talk. Temper your talk.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
We talked about it a few weeks ago about changing or controlling your perspective. You gotta be able to change and control your tongue.
Yeah.
Be intentional on how you talk.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes, God.
I don't care. I have a 4-year-old David. And David is a handful, but I am adamant about never calling him bad.
Right. He is.
He's active,
Yeah.
but I won't call him bad.
Right.
Because everything that God has created, watch this, let's go to Genesis. Whenever God created whatever he created, he would look at it and say, it is good.
Yeah, you preaching that.
God called it good. Watch this. God called it good before it performed goodness.
Come on. You right about it.
Who's a tough crowd? God called it good before it ever did anything good.
Yeah, you're right. You so right about it.
So the reason why we got to temper our tongue is because we got to be intentional on how we talk.
Yeah, that's it.
You have to be able to decree it before you see it.
Yeah, yes, we have that power. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, oh God.
So before she could give Samuel to the temple, she already put it in the atmosphere that when I give him and present him to the Lord, he will stay there forever. And that's critical. That's critical. Because many of us who even raised in the church, we tend to fall away after a while. Come here, prodigal son. Prodigal son was raised the right way, but he still left and went to a faraway country. Yeah, he came back. But listen, can I suggest to you that sometimes you don't have to leave at all?
You preaching good.
You don't always have to walk away. He shouldn't always have to fix it. Some of the stuff we do is unnecessary.
That's right.
He shouldn't always have to clean you up and dust you off. If you would just stay in his will and in his way, he wouldn't have to do some stuff he has to do. So before he even got to some faults, she said, no, you won't have faults. You will stay with him forever. You will remain in his presence forever. And can I suggest to you that Mama's words are so strong that Samuel never left God's presence? I'll fast forward in it. Mama's word was so strong that Samuel never left God's presence. Can I suggest to you that the words of the mama, be careful about what you speak over your babies because your words are so strong. So can I suggest to you real quick that you ought to speak something over your baby that's going to be lasting and godly? Can I suggest to you that you ought to speak something over your child that it would stay in the will of God? We have to learn to temper our tongue because we must be intentional on how we talk. Temper your tongue and be intentional on how you talk. I never say that I'm sick. Because when you say it, you start feeling a certain way. When you speak stuff, all of a sudden your body begins to line up. I'm trying to help somebody get blessed. If you will begin to speak what you believe God to do, watch it. Some of that stuff will begin lining up in your life. You might have to wait on it. But by faith you'll see it. By faith you'll see it.
Yes, God.
Well, not only did she wait, worship, worked, paved the way. Watch how God works. So the text lets us know, watch this. Let's go to chapter 2. The text says, and Hannah had more children on top of children. Matter of fact, the message version said God was especially kind to Hannah. In other words, watch this. Because she did all that stuff, waited, worshiped, worked, paved the way. Watch this. God did not withhold any good thing.
You said something good.
God did not withhold any good thing. Because he knew how much she loved her baby, but when she did not withhold her baby, because she did not withhold anything, God himself did not withhold anything.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Woo.
Because she waited, worshiped, worked, paved the way, God did not withhold. He did not withhold any good thing. Can I help somebody out there today who's just been trying to figure out what your strategy is? I just gave you strategy. If you begin to wait on God, but then don't just wait. While you're waiting, you ought to begin to worship.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Glory to your
Not
name.
just worship, but you ought to go to work. And then you ought to begin to pave the way. God says, I'm making a way even in the wilderness. You ought to begin to pave the way. And if you would do those things, God would not withhold any good thing. I don't know what you believe God to do, but that sounds strategy. If you would wait on Him, work for Him, worship Him, God would not withhold. Somebody's been believing Him for healing. The healing just might be in your worship. The healing might be in your work. The healing might be in the fact that you're waiting.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
Somebody's believing for that child to come home because maybe they're in the streets or in the world. God says maybe His return is predicated on your worship.
Is that power?
Dear mama,
Wow.
I need you to understand that your son is just waiting on your words and your worship.
Wow.
You might not be able to convert your husband with your words, but your work and your worship.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
Scripture teaches us that even if you marry in an unyoked situation, it's your worship and your work that may convert him.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
Divorce, anybody can divorce, but can anybody stay married and work it out? Can you stay married and worship it out?
My God.
Here's the part that many of us struggle with. We want God to bless us while we hold on to what we value. God bless me and bless me indeed, enlarge my territory. God says, I can't put something in your hand because you're still holding on to your last blessing.
Help today.
Your breakthrough is in your release. Your breakthrough is in your release. If you would let go, the stuff that you're holding on to, if you would not withhold anything from God, God would not withhold any good thing from you. Your next level might be in your present day release. Somebody said, Pastor, I don't really have any money to release. You got praise.
Preaching this house.
I don't really know what I can do, but I don't know what I can really give or offer to the kingdom. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my skill set is. You don't have to be skilled for the worship. If you would just release your cool for just a moment and lift up your hands. If you would just release words out of your mouth and begin to bless God with the fruit of your lips. Whatever you have, the Bible lets us know that there was a lad who had a little bit of lunch, and because he did not withhold his little bit, God used a little bit to do much with it. I don't know what you have. Maybe it's not a lot. It's a little bit. But God can use the little bit that you have. If you would not withhold that thing from Him, He would not withhold that thing from you.
Hallelujah.
I don't know what your prayers have been. The Bible lets us know that Hannah prayed, prayed, and she cried, and she prayed so much that Eli thought she was drunk, but she wasn't drunk, she was just praising. But her praise is what set up her promise. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but right there in your home. Don't wait until God brings you out. Just begin to shout even right now. Shout to your children, think you crazy. Shout to your wife, think your dancing is undignified. Shout until your husband, think you lost your mind. Shout unto your neighbors who think you crazy. Just begin to shout in that place.
Glory to the name, God.
The devil is so crafty because even in this situation, he's telling somebody, don't pray, don't shout like that. They're gonna think you crazy. They're gonna think you don't sit there. You don't do all of that. They dance, you don't. Woo. They open up their mouth. You don't really do that. That's how they holler, but you don't do that. Can I suggest you ought to fight the devil right there? Because don't you feel like I don't really open up my mouth that much? This ought to be your time to break your norm. I told you last week, I don't want anything that's normal. I want new. And so sometimes to get new, you got to do something new. If you're quiet, open up your mouth and just begin to bum rush the atmosphere with your sound. There ought to be a sound that precedes the move. If you want God to move, your sound ought to pop him.
Lord, you're so worthy. We praise the holy name of the Lord. We exalt God. Hallelujah. 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 Now we bless your name.
I'm done.
Thank you, God.
Happy Mother's Day to every mother everywhere.
We magnify your holy name, oh God. Thank you, oh God. Thank you, Jesus.
I decree and declare right now in the name of Jesus. That we wouldn't let Corona or COVID cause us so much concern that we become paralyzed. That our freedom stands in our worship. It's in your worship that's tied to your next level. It's in your worship that your promotion is tied to. It's in your worship that your healing comes forth. It's in your worship. I told you the worship is transformational. It's in your worship that will transform the atmosphere. It's in your worship that will transform the environment. It's in your worship that will shift the narrative. It's in your worship that will shift your minds. It's in your worship that will shift your hearts. It's your worship.
Yes, God. God, we honor you right now, God.
The shift is in your worship. I don't know who I'm talking to, but maybe that's a word for you. And if you begin to wait on God, He will renew your strength. If you begin to worship God, He'll transform your situation. If you begin to work, God will meet you at the point of your door. If you pave the way, He'll open up the doors and withhold no good thing from your life. That's the word of God for the people of God of today. Let's lift our hands and begin to give God glory. We thank God for what you're doing in our lives. We praise you today. We give you glory. Listen, I don't know if you're out there, but if you are, we extend Christ to you today. This is your opportunity to come to Him in any shape, form, or fashion. You don't have to be perfect to come to Him. You don't have to have it all together. Hannah didn't have it all together. She still showed up to worship. I don't have much to offer. God says, I just want you. With your barren self, I want you. With your depressed self, I want you. Even impoverished, God says, I want you. You may not have it up. You may not have it down packed. You ain't been to church in years. God says, it's cool. You can come now. And the next year will be glad to receive you in. If you want to give your heart to God, if you want to make Jesus your Lord and Savior, just give us a check today. RDPGN at 31996. We'll be glad to meet you in that place. Our virtual assimilation team will meet you there. And we can help guide you to the cross. Maybe you need a church home. Meet us in that same place. And we'll be glad to meet you there. I don't know who I'm talking to, but if they're with you, I pray that you will receive that with your heart. In the name of Jesus. Let's praise God. Everything I give to you, withholding nothing, withholding nothing. Said I surrender all to you. Said everything I give to you, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing. I surrender all to you. See everything I give to you. Withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing. Say I surrender all to you. Say everything, everything I give to you. Withholding nothing, 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 withholding nothing. Say I surrender everything I give to you. Withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding nothing, withholding I give you all of me. I give you all of me. I say forever. I give you all of me. I give you all of
God, I dare you to just lift up your hands right where you are. Worship team, lift up your hands because we win in worship. Pastor preached a powerful message. He said, while we wait, we won't be inactive. While we wait, we should intensify our worship because the healing is found in our worship. Deliverance is found in our worship. Breakthrough is found in our worship. Freedom is found in our worship. A pure heart is found in our worship. So I encourage you, right where you are, just begin to worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. We've got work to do. We have to work out our own soul salvation. We've got work to do. We've got work to do so we can pave the way for those who are coming behind us because we win in worship. Do I have a witness in this house? We are healed in worship. God, we adore you. We magnify your holy name. Not just because of what you've done, just not because of who you are. God. You are our healer. You are our Savior. You are our deliverer. You are our waymaker. You are our protector. You are our Father. We worship you. God, we worship your holy name. I say we worship you. We worship your holy name. Hallelujah. God, we worship you. Hallelujah. God, we give you the power and the word. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, oh God. It's giving time here at Redemption Church. God loves a cheerful giver. It's such a blessing to give. It's more blessing to give than it is to receive. So this is our giving period. You can give online. Information should be posted right there. And we bless. God, I pray there's a special prayer for those who decide to give on today. I pray that you lack absolutely nothing but having a heart to give to the Lord's church. Amen. Happy Mother's Day to all of the redeemed ladies of Christ. God bless you. Happy Mother's Day. We honor you. We celebrate you. And we worship our Father together. Amen. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right here, the same place at the same time for Redemption Virtual Worship Encounter. God bless you on this week. I say forever, I give you all.
I say